Hi friends, welcome to my channel Nifty Se Aage. Friends, the purpose of making this video today is to make you aware what is coming to you in the next 2 quarters in the share market. Friends, if you look at the general trend of our indexes, whichever index you take, we have made certain highs during October 2024 and early 2025. Thereafter, friends, the markets have been sluggish. The markets have been dragging all the time, and the clear sense that I get from this is that markets are trying to suck as many investors as they can, suck as much SIP as they can during this period of next 2 quarters of 2025. Friends, even if you are a long term investor having a portfolio, still you need to reassess your portfolio as well as the SIP which you are continuously paying for the long term. Now is the time that you should seriously look at rejuggling your portfolio or reworking your SIPs. Now you would be having a question in your mind, what if the equity market does not perform? Where to put in my money? First of all, friends, let us clearly see how the market has been behaving. The market has been behaving as if the market is going to make a new high very soon, but every time it is cracking, it's falling down, and most of your portfolio you must be observing must be in red because of these falls. Few stocks are being taken to manage the index all the time, not all the stocks. So, friends, in such a scenario, it is very clear that we are heading for a meltdown. Maybe not a meltdown which you can call crash or something which many people are talking about on YouTube. My take is in 2000 internet was being overvalued as a commodity, and internet people were overestimating the valuation of internet companies. And then in 2001 we have that dot com bubble. If many of you would not have been in this market during that time, but those who were there could sense that something which started taking shape in 1990. Internet became a hot commodity, and by 2000 internet was being overvalued like nobody's business. But the actual meltdown because of the dot com bubble came in 2001. Again, in 2008, we saw the real estate bubble and Lehman getting burst. But, friends, the nature of the market is that no news of meltdown will make any headline till it is actually there at your doorstep. Now, that is what is going to happen in the next 2 quarters also. Now you'll be wondering what kind of a bubble is getting built up in the market right now. Friends, my wild guess is it could be the AI bubble because the AI companies are now being overvalued and there is always a chance that the bubble can burst. If you also look at the magnificent seven, the seven stocks in the Nasdaq, which were performing very well till last year and even early this year, only three out of those stocks are somewhere near the highs. Rest four are 50% below their highs. So they are also not performing. The markets overall are flattish. They are on the floor. Yet every time there is a spike, there is a ploy by the larger players to offload their stocks and get you on board. The more you get on board in the next 2 quarters, the more longer you will have to wait for that same price to come. Friends, somewhere during early part of 2026, we are going to get into a painful bear market for 6 years. We have seen a bull market for last 5 years. It has been very good. The party has gone very well. But then market cycle suggests that there is a bear cycle starting 2026 and it can go on for 6 years. Now you may wonder that I am a long term investor, how would I get affected? Friends, if you have a 15-year, 20-year horizon, I don't think you will get affected by this bear market. But still, it takes a lot of wisdom to think that why to wait for these prices, the very prices which are ruling the market today for many stocks, for 6 years. Isn't it more wise to liquidate the stocks which are performing very well right now on your portfolio and even the stocks which have got beaten down by more than 50%, they are not going to revive in next 2 quarters. Such portfolio you should get rid of and stay on the sidelines. Now you would again ask a question, what do I do with that money? Because if I put it in the bank is not going to give me that much interest. So what is the use of, liquidating the portfolio and staying on the fence? So friends, you are not going to sit on the fence. In the next 2 minutes, I'll tell you where to invest for the next 6 years. The next 6 years, friends, are going to belong to the precious metals, other commodities. In short, the commodity market may go out of the roof in the coming 4, 5, 6 years. The reason being decline of US economy and that of the world and inflation going through the roof. Prices are going to go up. Precious metals like gold and silver, I would suggest preferably physically if you can retain, or if not physically, then through ETFs or sovereign bonds. Why I generally discourage ETFs and sovereign bonds in these times of war and uncertainty? Because, friends, at some point in time, if your nation is in crisis, then the sovereign gold bonds or maybe the ETFs and all can also get into rough weather because they are all online, they are all on paper, you are not physically possessing the precious metal. So, I generally prescribe physical accumulation. And now, between the two precious metals, I think it is my guess, friend, it may go wrong also. Silver will outperform gold in the coming time. In the next 2 quarters, you have already seen a surprising rise in silver, which has been in percentage terms far more than gold in the last 1 year. From a paltry price of 40,000, 50,000, it is now trading at around 1,50,000 per kg. And friends, this is just a breakout in silver. It is not that silver has claimed its potential. I would not be surprised if it goes 50% up from here in the next 2 quarters, maybe two times it becomes. So, the mantra for the coming 5 6 years to invest your money is in precious metals, money metals, which I think with rise in commodity prices can go up drastically, and a new world order where currency becomes secondary and sovereign gold and silver become primary for nations may also be round the corner. So I hope friends my video clearly describes to you what needs to be done to your portfolio and what you need to look at for the next 5 6 years. And friends, you will get enough opportunity in the next 5 6 years to once again rebuild your portfolio from the commodities where you gain substantially and reinvest and make a portfolio by the end of 2031 or beginning of 2032, from where we can again enter a bull market cycle. Friends, this is not a buy and sell call, and I am not a commodity expert. I am just telling you this with my own experience of what where things are heading to. And if it helps you in taking a right decision, I'd be more than happy. But you should consult your financial advisor before taking any decision on your portfolio or to buy commodities. It is not a buy and sell call for commodities or for stocks. You need to discuss it with your financial advisors and then take action. But this whole thing which I have told you is for educational purpose and probably to open your eyes to the reality which is coming to us sooner than we expect it. So that's the whole summary video for you. I hope you will gain some knowledge, some insight into what's coming in the near future. Thank you very much, friends. Goodbye. Take care. And I hope you make good money in the coming months and years. Thank you.